Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon and welcome, sir.
I'm just checking my sound here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Okay, I was checking my sound if it's okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you and welcome. It's loud and clear. So welcome, sir. Mr. Alex Buko. Welcome, Daniel. Welcome, Pauline, and everyone on the call. It's about a minute to start time, but I guess we can just give a few minutes for every other person that intends to join us to get in before we hit the start button. Thank you very much for joining early. So we could just give, say, 3-4 minutes, and then we would go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
Okay, please confirm you can see the screen. You can see the slide.
Yes, it's clear.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so welcome again to everyone just joining. Well, welcome to this session, Society of Petroleum Engineers African Region, Know Your Regional Section Chair. We are going to be starting in very few minutes. We're just waiting for as many persons as possible to join us. So say 1:05 p.m. Nigerian time, sorry, Tanzanian time, let's say in 3 minutes time, we should start the program. Welcome everyone from across Africa. Yeah. Would like to crave the indulgence of everyone who is not, who do not intend to speak to mute their mic. I think this session would be entirely between the section chair, Tanzania, and the moderator. So I would like to crave the indulgence of every other person to kindly mute the mic, please. Thank you. All right, so we're welcome to this session. We have a few persons on the call as expected, because it's going to be a pre-recorded session, and we want to thank everyone who has set out time to be with us today. Special appreciation to our guest for today, the section chair of Tanzania Section, Mr. Alex Buko. We are glad to have you and every other person on the call. Plenty appreciation to you for being with us today. Yeah, so today's session is a pre-recorded session, so to say, in the sense that we are going to be sharing this video with the whole of Africa, because we want Africa to be in touch with what the plans of Tanzania Section is about. And we're going to be getting to know of those plans from the section chair Tanzania Section. Petro Haji, can you please mute your mic, please? Petro Haji, can you please mute? Pauline, can you help us mute? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So, welcome once again. The African Regional Director has deemed it fit to have this program running for this period so as we get to integrate all sections in Africa, get to know what each section is up and about, and also help to knit our minds together and help to see how we can collaborate even better. We're starting the inaugural section with Tanzania, and I believe it's because the African Regional Director holds Tanzania very dearly. Yeah. So thank you very much, everyone, for showing up. I'd like to just give a brief safety moment so that we can enjoy this program together. Yeah, first is when driving, please just drop off the call. Be in a comfortable position before you join back. Pay attention to your safety devices at home, the ones that would alert you if something is going wrong. And if something is going wrong, be sure to trigger the necessary emergency procedure and be safe wherever you are. Your hearing devices should not be too loud, below the threshold decibel, so that you don't hurt your ears. And if you're not speaking, be kind enough to mute your mic so we can all enjoy this section. Thank you very much once again, and welcome to this event. My name is Omoluabi Ukeogene. I am a member of the African Regional Communication team. There are a lot of persons working behind the scene to make this program an effective program. I'd like to acknowledge them: Pauline, Daniel, and a host of others, Ola Davis, and the African Regional Director himself. Many thanks to him for this. So next, I would like to read the biography of the Tanzania Section Chair before we go into the program properly. I also like to let you know, the audience know, that there will be a presentation today by the section chair. How the program is going to run is that we would first of all have a presentation. He would tell us what the section is about, is getting onto for this board here. And hereafter, we'll go into a question and answer section for us to have a deep dive into some of the programs they have and how Tanzania intends to impact the rest of Africa for the rest of the board here. And then would bring the event to a successful close. So at this moment, I'll present to you the section chair. I'd like to read his bio now. Next slide. Okay, so I'll read this bio for you while it is coming up on the slide. I'll just take it from my device. Engineer, sorry, I've been saying Mr. Apologies for that. So Engineer Alex Buko Stefano I hope I have pronounced that name correctly as well, is a petroleum engineer with more than 10 years in the oil and gas industry. Engineer Stefano started his career with Schlumberger, now SLB, as a measurement and logging while drilling feed specialist in 2012. He also worked for EPCM Holdings, where he was involved in engineering designing of several projects in Tanzania, including the compressed natural gas station and pipeline. He's now a petroleum engineer at the Petroleum Upstream Regulatory Authority, where he's responsible for monitoring and regulating petroleum upstream operations in Tanzania. Engineer Stefano holds a diploma in civil engineering and a Bachelor of Engineering in oil and gas engineering, both from Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology, Tanzania. He's currently pursuing a Master of Science in Petroleum Engineering at the University of Dar es Salaam, where he has developed an interest in hydrogen economy, which is his dissertation topic for his ongoing research. Also, he volunteered as secretary of the Society of Petroleum Engineers, Dar es Salaam Section, now Tanzania Section, before he was elected as the current section person. You're welcome, Engineer Alex Buko Stefano. We're glad to have you. And at this moment, I would be giving the podium over to you to take over. So you run us through the milestone and strategy of the Tanzania section for the board here. Thank you very much, and you're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Omoluwabi. I think I've pronounced your name correctly, and excuse me if maybe I did not. First of all, I would like to thank our African Regional Director, Dr. Riversong Opong, through his vision. That's why we are here now. We are having this session, which is a very important session for we as a Tanzania section, but as well as for the Africa region. Also, I would like to welcome all members who are in attendance for now. And I don't know who will be controlling the slide. We can move to the next slide, maybe. So I don't know who will be controlling, or should I load mine? Okay. So first of all, I would like to take you a bit about a Tanzania section. Before, or formerly we were the Dar es Salaam section, and through the transformation, which I'm going to highlight a bit later, we decided to change a name from the Dar es Salaam section now to Tanzania section. So, okay. So first of all, I've shared this photo here. We can see we have a number of people in that photo. It was one of the deal which was conducted way back around 2016. And here I asked, find me. So among these people, I think it's African culture for the leaders. They sit in the front, then it's like kind of appreciation. Then we have other members who just stood behind. You can see me here behind these ladies and gentlemen who sat. So these were the section leaders, and the lady here was a distinguished lecturer. So what I wanted to communicate in this photo is, so I started as a member. You can see me here, just standing as a member, but slowly and through the section, I volunteered into various positions. As I said, I started as a secretary of the section, and then now I'm a section chair. So we can move to the next one, please. So thank you. Yes. Normally, apart from being registered as a section under SPE International, but also we have obligation to register locally, and we are registered here in Tanzania under the Ministry of Home Affairs. As we can see here, we have this certificate of registration in the right-hand side of the slide. But yeah, that's a requirement. And apart from the transformation that we have done now to change the name from Dar es Salaam section to Tanzania section, we are finalizing the paperwork here in the country to register officially as Tanzanian section. So we can move to the next one, please. So thank you. Yes. So this one, we are communicating the current status as a section. We are having 4 student chapters and our section, which we are supervising directly. We have University of Dodoma, a student chapter. We have University of Dar es Salaam. We have Dar es Salaam Institute of Technology, and we have Dar es Salaam Maritime Institute. These both institutes are providing oil and gas related courses, and they are established chapters here. So we have 4. So in the picture here, we can see these men standing as some of the current leaders that we are having. Sorry, my power went off. I think I will turn off the video for a while. Okay, so we are having these gentlemen here, the leaders. It's me, the section chair. We have our secretary, the lady just next to me. We have our treasurer. We have our a membership chair, we have a liaison officer, and yes, the man with the mic as well is our assistant the student liaison officer. So currently we are having around 60 active members, but we are having potential for 700 members as potential. And I say they are potential because they are working in the industry, but as well as they are active in our WhatsApp group as a message which was communicated yesterday that we are having active members in the WhatsApp group, but they are not registered. So we are doing all the efforts to make sure that they are registered. But these members are coming from different government institutions as well as private institutions. So we have members from the Ministry of Energy, which is a ministry responsible for oil and gas matters here in the country. We have PURA, which is a regulator of upstream, MEURA, which is a regulator for mid and downstream. We have ZURA, which is the other part of Tanzania Zanzibar, TPDC, our national company, as well as other companies like Equinor, Shell, More and Prom, and others. We can move to the next one, please. Okay, so as a section, we are involved into various programs which are standard SPE international programs. So we have these distinguished lecturers, which are pretty known by the rest of the participants here, or most of them. We have these technical workshops, and for this technical workshop, we are having a plan to conduct a CNG workshop here in the country. So it will be a technical workshop, but also conferences. So we are actively in Energy for Me programs. And this one, we thanks our student chapters. They are champions on this, and with the support from the section. So also we are having various volunteering programs or opportunities here in the country, where as members of SPE, we have volunteered to the community, including disseminating the information about oil and gas industry to the young students in the primary school, secondary school, and so on. But we're having various young professional programs which we are conducting here. And previously we had these monthly sessions where we were preparing professionals, and we were giving them opportunity to present to our young professionals to make sure that they get right guidance in the industry. But also we are having this professional recognition, and luckily enough, we expect to be the host of the next year regional African Regional Awards. And as you are aware that the director is here now in the country, so we're working closely to make sure that this is being successfully. Also, we are doing various programs for community help and SPE care. And for this one, we are organizing now the program for blood donation here in the country. So through the section as well as the student chapter, we are working on this, and soon we're going to conduct this. So also we are active, or we are emphasizing to our members to be active into various SPE resources, like we can see here, One Petro, Journal of Petroleum Technology, Energy Stream, and others, as we can see there. We can move to the next one, please. So also I decided to share some few photos from various events. We can see this was among the distinguished lecture events which was conducted here, and it was about cultural thing. And as we can see here, the top left picture, this was our presenter for the it was a cultural topic. And the bottom right here, you can see we have various leaders. They are appearing in various cultural wearing for, especially for Tanzanian, various Tanzanian cultures or tribes. So it was very among the very nice events here. So we can move to the next one, please. So this was among of the awards or recognition to our long-serving members or leaders. So we can see the top left picture. This was to recognize one of our students who participated in the paper contest in Africa region, as well as a petrol ball. It was way back in 2023. His name was Menhard Komba. So I think you still remember him for those who participated in that event. So he did among the outstanding here in the country for his paper. It was rated among the highest, so we recognized him. So the bottom left here, this picture, we have the two gentlemen here. On the left side is our section director, and at the right one is a professor. His name is Professor Richard Rechungura. He was our first chairperson, section chair, and he was behind all the opening and officiation of the section. So we have other two photos on the one on the top right. Is me, Alex, and the right person, the right hand side, his name is Felix Nanguka. He was our membership chair for a long time since we started this section here, and he retired the last year. So we recognized him, and as well as the bottom one, we recognized our director for his long service in the section. So we can go to the next one. Okay, so the same, these are just various pictures for the events that have been conducted here. Okay, so we can go to the next. Okay, just maybe to make a summary and to highlight, we are having various transformation. I think you can go to the summary one. Yes, yeah. So we are having various transformation plans here. Maybe to make you aware, as a country, we are still young in oil and gas activities here. Though we have started exploration long time ago, around 1950s, late 50s. But we are having only two producing field with around 200 million scuff per day. So the operation level here is still low. So that's make a challenge also to the section to have more members or to recruit more members to participate actively in the section or SPE activities. But we're having these plans to make a transformation, and one of that was to change our name from Dar es Salaam section to Tanzania section. So this was purposely to make inclusion or to make all the members who are outside of the Dar es Salaam region to feel that they are parts of the SPE, and considering that our government has moved it to Dodoma. Dodoma is our capital city here in Tanzania. So we have more of the government officials who are based in Dodoma. So to make them feel included or be part of the section, so that's why we changed the name. But also now we are working closely with the government institution, including the ministry, to have a full recognition as a professional body for oil and gas workers, and we are progressing well with this. But also we are initiating various programs which will make members and potential members feel how active the section is, and to feel that they are part of it. But as I said, as highlighted area, that also we make sure that we implement various SPE international programs in the country. So through those, we think that it will going to make active participation of members and recruit more potential members that we are having. Thank you, and welcome to Tanzania. For those who have opportunity maybe to visit here, we're having a lot apart from the professional thing. Also, it's a very good country for tourism and anything to enjoy. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Engineer Alex. A wonderful presentation indeed. Yeah, you ran us through what Tanzania has been doing and what they are up to. And it's a beautiful one. And knowing that would be converging in Tanzania come May 2025, it's something very amazing and good to look forward to. So you made us understand that the SPE Tanzania section was formerly the SPE section, fully registered, and works are ongoing to complete the documentation as per the transition to Tanzania section. 4 student chapters in Tanzania, that's awesome. Potential 700 members, 60 active, and massive work is ongoing at the back end to ensure that all 700 potential members become fully registered members. It made us understand the programs that you hold, distinguished lecture programs, technical lectures, conferences and workshops, Energy for Me, vibrant YP programs, professional recognition, and regional awards. We are looking forward to the one in May 2025. A couple of community support programs, and what caught my attention was that we are going to have the blood donation program in Tanzania. These are wonderful programs, and I think it's good to know that our brothers from across Africa are doing great and keeping up with the SP vision and mission statement. Thank you very much, our section chair. Thank you for that presentation. Everyone else who has joined us during this period, you're welcome on board. We're having this section with the Tanzania section chair to know what Tanzania is up to, what they are doing, what they've been doing, and all the beautiful collaborations that we can get to do with Tanzania. We just heard the section chair talk about all of those things. But we're going into another interesting part of this program, which will be get to know SPE Tanzania chair. So we'll be asking him a couple of questions or putting him on the hot seat. We'll be asking a couple of questions to have a deep dive into some of the things he has talked about and even more. So we're ready for this ride. I'll start with the first question, and this is about your vision for global presence. So I ask, what is your vision for your section's global presence over the next year? And what key milestones do you hope to achieve?
Okay, yes, thank you. As I said that we are still having challenges as a section. We are still in the growing stage. And first of all, we focus to make sure that we are growing, and then we have a good number of members as a section, because we know that through that also it will be easy for us to participate actively in the global events. But after that, is just to ensure that we participate in all major events, including the conference and the alike. So through that, we hope that as a section we have a global recognition. But also, I would like to really appreciate the steps that we have gone through. Apart from those challenges, as I mentioned, that we're expecting to hold one of the regional event in next year in May. It's not a small thing to us. It's a very big thing because as a growing section to have that among the major events, it's a milestone to us. But also to ensure that our members they are really actively participating in various events. As I said that we had this student which I showed in one of the photos that we recognized him. He participated in that paper contest. Also, we had students in last year event, in this year event, which was conducted in Uganda. Also, they participated there. So we will ensure that our members are real active on participation into various events as well.
Thank you very much. That's lovely. A lot in the pipeline. Thank you so much. I look forward to visiting Tanzania and having to experience the beautiful environment we have in Dar es Salaam and Zanzibar. Thank you so much. So next question would be around technology. So we want to know how you plan to utilize technology and digital platforms to promote your section's activities and achievements on a global scale, not just on the African at the African level, but even on a global scale. How do you plan to utilize technology and digital platforms to promote and elevate your section?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, as a section, we recognize that the technology and digital, it's among of the very major thing which you can use to publish yourself or to publish the section. And we are really into it as well. And as a section, we have various accounts into the social medias, and we really make sure that we boost those accounts to reach different communities, not only in Tanzania but also globally, as you said. But also to utilize the other technology means like conferences, video conferences, as well as like video shooting, as we can, as like section members, they can be a witness on this. We have been recording various videos to our digital platforms to explain different things, so invitations, so like training, and through that we really believe that it reach different communities at a different times, and we get larger recognition compared to have maybe like a room meeting where after a meeting uh, you don't have any recorded thing, or there will be no further escalation of that video. So we really appreciate the technology, and as a section we will continue to utilize it to ensure that we get global recognition as well.
Thank you very much for that one, using digital tools to ensure wider participation and even greater reach, and putting us on the global scale. Thank you so much for that. Next would be around collaboration. So I want to know, what strategies do you have in mind to foster collaborations with other sections worldwide to enhance your visibility?
Okay, thank you. Yes. As a section, we are really open to collaborate with our fellow sections. And as we can see here, as I said, that I'm really appreciating to be the first section to conduct this very beautiful session, which I expect that it will be more fruitful, and it will bring more positive changes also to the regional. So it wasn't easy to become the first one, first of all, if it's not through the collaboration with the regional leaders like you and our director and others. but as well as how we collaborate with the other sections. So through that, we can witness ourselves that we have been participating in our fellow section events. And maybe just to highlight, we have this collaboration with East African sections like Kenya, our fellow Kenyans, Uganda, Congo, and our neighbors here. So it's among of the collaboration that we are doing as a section, but also we are really open to collaborate as well with the other regional sections. And also we are having a plan also to see how we can collaborate with the other global sections and learning from them. And through this, we can really appreciate the Ghana section. We have been collaborating closely, and even the transformation that we are doing now, it's a part of coping from our fellow Ghanaian section, what they went through, what kind of programs they initiate to, and like the fast growing that they had, uh, and as well as other sections as well. So we really recognize that.
Thank you so much. So, to everyone in Africa and beyond, Tanzania is open to collaborations. They've been doing collaborations with other sections, especially around East Africa, with Ghana, learning a lot from Ghana, and they are open to do a lot with other countries. So you can come in. I believe the secretary is open to such invitations to collaborate. So thank you for that one that Tanzania is doing in that space. The next question is around membership, engaging with your members. How do you tend to engage your current members and even attract new ones from different regions to participate in global initiatives? Is that clear, or can I take it again?
Yeah, it's clear to me.
Okay, all right.
Thank you. Yeah, about members, as I said, that first of all was just to boost the number of members that we are having. We appreciate we are still having a low number of members, and we are still having great work to do to ensure that we have a good number of members. If not all the oil and gas workers to be actively members of SPE. So we're having various strategies. The first one was to ensure that we get a recognition from the government as a professional body, and to ensure that their institutions are paying for the membership fee for the workers. And this one we really succeeded on that. We have number of institutions here, government institution. They are paying for their for the staff SP membership. So that was among the step that we did. But about members, as I said, that we are having these various programs, local programs as well as international programs. We ensure that all members are actively participating in that. But also, we're having various WhatsApp groups, which we keep in touch with our members. We're updating them instantly with what's going on about the development of the section, but also encouraging them to participate to various industry events. We are having a conference here in next year around March. It's East African Conference for Oil and Gas Matters. So we are really encouraging our members also to participate in paper presentations in that conference. Also to encourage them to participate into other SPE events, including other sections events, like maybe the conference and different events. So we are, I can say that we are doing well in that side to encourage our members to participate effectively, though we are still appreciating that we are still having the challenge compared to level of operations in the country. We are having members also, maybe they are not actively maybe I can say maybe they're not maybe working actively in the oil and gas sector. So it's a bit hard to them to convince them that maybe they can utilize various SPE material and so on. So those are a few challenges that we are facing, but I can appreciate we are doing good, and I would like to take this opportunity to thank all members of SPE Tanzania section and encourage them as well to participate more into various events, to utilize the resources from SPE, and to make sure that they are making connection as much as they can, and that will also can help them to boost their career.
Thank you very much. It's interesting to know that as a going section, Tanzania has been able to get institutions to pay the dues for staff SP membership. It's really interesting to know that. And the fact that you're doing a lot to encourage your members to be active within SP. And like you said, there are a lot of resources. Can we mute, please, if we are not speaking, please? Can the host help us mute those who are not supposed to be speaking, please? Thank you. So quite frankly, like you mentioned, there are a lot of resources on the SPE International portal that members can, benefit from. A lot of, programs like e-mentoring, volunteering, access to published papers on One Petrol and the likes. A lot of information right in there that members can benefit from. And I believe that Tanzania is on the right path to encouraging their members to have access to all of this. Thank you very much. Next would be around your social media strategy. What role do you think, or what role do you see social media playing in your section strategy for global visibility? And do you have specific platforms in mind that you're already using, or the ones that you think you can leverage on to promote and enhance your section's visibility across the globe?
Okay, thank you. Social media is among of the platforms which can give opportunity to air what you have. So we as a section, we recognize that, and I would like to take this opportunity also to thank our communication chairperson. Him and his team, they are doing a great work on that side. We are having a number of social media accounts, as I mentioned earlier. We're having LinkedIn accounts, we're having Instagram, we're having X, previous Twitter, and YouTube channel as well. So through those, we use to air what the section is doing, and they are doing great work on that side also to increase the number of followers, because we appreciate that for you to do well in the social media accounts, you should have a good number of followers as well. So we are doing everything we can to ensure that we boost number of followers, and through that also we appreciate that we can get global recognition without borders.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. It's good to know that you're on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and you share the information about your section's programs on those social media platforms. And talking about social media, I'd like to also remind us that the SPE African region is on all of these social platforms: LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and the likes. We share a lot of useful information on these media handles, and we're inviting you all to connect with us so that you can tap into the resources, the information we share, the content we share, and we believe that you would gain a lot from it. Thank you very much, our section chair, for the social media strategy you have in place with the Tanzania section. And again, you mentioned and appreciated the members of your team who have gone up and beyond in helping to get these media handles active. Thank you to those persons as well. Yeah, so I'd like you to talk on feedback mechanisms. Feedback mechanisms. What mechanisms do you plan to implement to gather feedback from members on how you can improve your global visibility efforts?
Okay, so about feedback, I can say that we are, first of all, we are open to any feedback that members are having. Personally, I'm reachable at any time. Anyone can reach me, any of the member or any potential member. As I said, we have this WhatsApp group where every member can air whatever he or she think that it's something that can be brought to our attention as leaders, but also they can having a chat with any of our leaders at any time. And we are really closely getting feedback as well from the students. As I said, that we are having 4 student chapters. So through their leaders or directly through various engagement, we are getting their feedback. But through various meetings, we have a number of committee meetings that we are conducting. So through that also we get official or feedback officially from members or whoever who think that there is something that should be brought to our attention. And I can say that we are all open to the comments from our members, and we really read the comments. I personally I go through all the WhatsApp groups because now we need to we have to appreciate that WhatsApp is it has become major means of communication and the easier one. So personally, I go through various WhatsApp groups that we are having, even the students groups. I'm a member to all those groups, so um, I can see their direct comments on that. But also, we are open to any other means of communication, even through emails and whatever means that our members can use to communicate with us.
Thank you very much, sir. I think that's quite impressive as well, that you're a member of all the SPE subgroups in Tanzania and you run an uh, open door administration where you are open to feedbacks from not just the professional members and the young professionals. You're also open to feedbacks from even the student chapters. I think that's a great one. And like they say, feedback is a gift. Thank you very much for operating such an open door policy and administration. Thank you so much. So the next question, in few minutes, we'll be bringing the session to a close. I have a few more questions for you. I believe our audience, they are enjoying what you are dishing out to them, and they really stayed put on this program. That's evidence that they are enjoying, and we believe when we share this across Africa, everybody will get to understand what's happening in Tanzania. I would look forward to networking with Tanzania as well. Yeah, so my next question would be around long-term engagement. Long-term engagement. What are your thoughts on creating long-term engagement strategies that keep your section relevant in the global arena?
Okay, thank you. So in the long-term engagement side, first of all, is to have a good number of members, if not all oil and gas professionals, to be members of SPE. That's our main aim, first of all. And through that, we as a section, we think will be able to be recognized by all oil and gas professionals in Tanzania as a SPE, as a professional body. But also, among other long-term plans that we are having is just to ensure that we are having a number of big events like conferences and workshops here in the country, and to host a number of globally recognized events. We have started with this African regional event, but also we are looking forward to have the more international events here in the country, but also to have different programs as well. But we as a section also to participate actively in the global events, like this annual technical and the conference and exhibitions, to develop various experts from Tanzania who will be participating and contributing actively in the SPE globally. So, and through that, we are having planned to have a special department which will be concentrating in the research and the development. We are still working on that. And through that department also, we think that it will be a department which will help us to develop more professionals who will contribute actively in SPE globally, as well as in Tanzania, but as well as in the industry, and helping the government and the various companies which are in the country here to solve various problems which they are facing in the industry.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. So I have just one last question for you before we wrap up this question and answer section. Thanks for all the very excellent answers you've provided to the questions we've asked. So the last question is for you to share any inspiring story from your experience that demonstrates effective strategy for increasing visibility on a global scale.
Yeah, from personal experience. Anyway, I started with it in the first picture, but maybe I can put this way. As I said, that we as a section, we are still having a number of young professionals compared to well-developed professionals or expertise here in the country, as we are still in the growing stage. So maybe my story, which I can share, is how I started in the oil and gas industry, or how I started my career. First of all, I had a background in civil engineering. I didn't recognize anything about oil and gas industry before, but it was through the career event where I met a Shrambaja recruiter who told me about the oil and gas industry, and where I developed my interest in the industry. And luckily enough, I went through the recruitment process, and I was successfully recruited in the industry. And it's where I found that oil and gas is a very interesting industry, and it's having a very specialized technology, but it requires someone to be very active with a lot of soft skills, maybe more than technical skills. So I can use this story of mine to encourage young professionals to ensure that, first of all, they have soft skills. Maybe they are really necessary more than technical skills. And these soft skills, among the places which you can get it easily, is through SPE. So your engagement or your active engagement in the SPE will give you the necessary soft skill that you require to be able to work in the oil and gas industry. And through that also you can get global recognition. I shared my picture there. I started in the SPE as a member. I was just in the back line, but now I'm the chairperson of the section. But through this session, which I believe that will be shared in Africa, in the whole African region, but also it will be aired out of the African region through social media, as we discussed before, that social media, they don't have boundaries, right? So if you share something in the social media, it will go global. And I believe that through this also, we can be recognized even globally. So everyone is having this chance. It's me today, Alex, as a section chair, but this chance can be to anyone as a member of SPE. So please, I encourage you to participate actively, not only to be just a member and that's it, but ensure that you participate actively in all events, volunteer yourself to the leadership position and the like. So through that, I think also they can learn from my story.
Thank you very, very much, Asante Sana. I hope I have said that right. Yeah.
Very right.
Thank you so much. Wonderful exposition. And like you said, SP provides the platform for you to develop soft skills that would put you on a global scale, a lot of benefits. Wherever you find yourself as an SP member, you have a lot of benefits to tap into. And I want to join you to encourage everyone in Tanzania and beyond, entire East Africa, to come into SP, and you would see the very many benefits that keeps us. We are not paid, everybody's volunteering, but those benefits just keep us stocked, keep us together, and keep us doing what we are doing. Thank you very much to Tanzania people on the call. I like to say Hujambo. I like to see your comments in the I'm learning Tanzania. I'm learning to speak Tanzania. I think I pronounced that one well. Ujambo. I like to see the responses in the comment section. Yeah, thank you very much. I'd like to tell us a little about SPE, the Society of Petroleum Engineers, like we know, as you can see on the screen, is a place for all of today's oil and gas industry professionals and students, regardless of experience or course of study. So one very emphatic thing that we keep saying is you don't need to be a petroleum engineer before you join SPE. Once you have got something to do with the oil and gas industry, even as a lawyer, as a banker, as a consultant, you can be a member of SPE, and there are lots of benefits that you can get. We have members across the student communities. We have recent graduates who are members. We have young professionals, booming young professionals, and we have senior professionals as well. What are those benefits that you stand to gain? You can have a strong industrial network of leaders, peers, and mentors. And like they say, the network is usually your net worth. You can tap into a large pool of mentors. And of course, you know what mentorship can bring for you. We have live technical events, enhanced industry knowledge. Of course, if you combine the experienced people we have in SP, it's a whole lot, millions of years of experience, and you can imagine the amount of knowledge and information that you can get from them. A lot of networking events, conferences. We already talked about mentorship, and free and discounted access to educational resources. Then there is this opportunity for volunteering, and like we all know, volunteering gives you that self-fulfillment that you're doing something for the society. So this is what SP is about. It's all across the globe. In Africa, its presence is huge. We have an Africa regional director that is doing the most to bring all of Africa together. Thank you so much. We spent about 1 hour on call, and I want to keep appreciating everybody who has joined this section, this session today. Thank you for staying to the end. We are going to have another session, and that would be with the Congo section chair. Stay glued to our different channels on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube to catch up with the information on when that session will be coming up. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks to everybody at the back end who has ensured the success of this program today. Until we meet next time, thank you. Thank you, sir. Asante sana.
Asante, karibu.
Bye-bye.